Well, I do declare I am having way too much fun tonight. Way too much fun, which is why I have to come on here and clear up a few things because I've been having fun and I've been kind of naughty about it. I guess you could say I'm gonna go to hell. Chortle, chortle, laugh, ha. Oh, bossy! Another live 2 in 1 day. I've been so bad. I've been so bad. I need to get spanked or sent to hell. Something. Let me tell you what a bad person I have been tonight. First of all, I'm kind of bored with the Nigerian scammers. So, one of the things I've been doing lately is I have been starting to work on the long scam again. What do I mean by the long scam? The one that you get a Nigerian eventually to send you a fake check with your Bader name on it. I like to use Sir IP Freely. He is one of my favorite bait IDs. More lives, and she just entered. You know why I popped up 2 minutes later? I gotta confess, I've been naughty bad tonight. Uh, I was trolling through Twitter and saw that our darling llama girl was talking about a certain that troll was on Facebook Live again. Oh, I am doing well. She was live on Facebook, and what I did was I zoomed in there. I said, "Not a reporter, don't have the qualifications," and zipped right out. And then she went on and said that she booted me. I have no doubt that she blocked me at some point. But here's the thing: I went in, I dive bombed, I left. So there was no booting by her going on at all. She may have blocked me later, but while it was going on, I was in, I was out. And so I've been doing that a few times lately when she's been live because it's kind of irksome, the things she says. I know damn good and well she's not a reporter. She's never been a reporter. She doesn't have the qualifications. I'm sorry, I can't stop playing with this stupid thing. She doesn't have the qualifications. She's just utterly ridiculous with everything she says. She has stolen so much writing from me, and not just writing, but ideas and things, and a little bit of stuff I've told her on the side. She's just gone nuts. How do I get these Nigerian scammers to talk to you? Ah, yeah. Small Town Jewel, Facebook. She is on Facebook. I think I'm probably blocked now, but I've been able to go in twice. And both times I said, hey, she's not a reporter. No matter what she says, she doesn't have the education requirements or meet any of the certifications. So she's not a reporter. And then I zip out. I've done it twice now, 2 days in a row. I didn't attack her personally. I didn't attack Vaughn. I didn't say anything about her husband, his guitars, nothing. I just concentrated on the thing that pisses me off the most, the claims of being a reporter. Why? Because I was there when she picked up on that. I could have stopped it. I should have. I chose not to because I figured, she's being ridiculous. Nobody's going to buy it if she calls herself a reporter. It's just going to be more ridiculousness going down. Bossy, that's it. I just went in there and said, hey, you're not a reporter. This is why. I stand by that. So then she went on there and said that I was obsessed with her. I was stalking her. And that I was told I was a reporter. Never once have I ever said that I'm a reporter, because when Pathos told us to rebrand ourselves from mere bloggers, dear, we were all using different terms. I decided to go with daily columnist or opinion writer, but not anything more than that. I am a writer. Exactly. I'm a writer. And writers write always. And I'm still writing. I'm still working on that damn book. So in other projects, I'm working on a piece right now that is going to get published in one of the English newspapers. We're talking about the C word, the beer virus, things like that. So her claims that I've claimed that I'm a journalist are wrong. I'm not obsessed with her. I am obsessed with making her stop lying about her profession, A, stop lying about what happened at Pathos, stop using my material as her own, particularly her story about getting in and getting out of her church. She hasn't done it in a while, but for a while there, she was using my story. I was furious over that. Um, thanks. Thanks, Angela Barnett. Thank you so much. And I thought about you because I went ham at the Dollar Tree when I was in the States. I bought like, I don't know, $100 worth of stuff there because I got all kinds of stuff I can't get here. And it was fabulous. Between there and Aldi's, I spent quite a lot of money. I am so happy tonight because guess what? I have water again. I have hot water. I have cold water. I can flush the toilet. I don't have to go to the pool and get 2 buckets of water to flush the toilet. Um, she is a crazy pathological liar, in my opinion. Small hand Jewel, I believe that. So anytime I can sneak in there and say, hey, you're not a journalist, is a good day, particularly when I can zoom in and out before she can block me from that chat. I feel I'm pretty banned probably, but hell, I'm afraid of the Dollar Tree fellas with too much money. Oh, you know what they had that I fell in love with? And this was really awesome because my daughter has a huge bathtub that was deep. They had these little things that looked like cinnamon rolls that had really good scent in them. And they were like the kind of bath salts you soak in when you're hurt. You just take it and you put it under the water and break it all apart. It makes the water smell so good and feel so good and everything. I must have bought a stack of those. And I took a bath every single night, soaking in that tub. So I love the Dollar Tree for that stuff. What else did I want to talk about? I want to talk a little. Oh, Nigerians. You know, people have asked me about how to get a Nigerian romance scammer. It's subscribe, like, ring the bell. Yes. I keep forgetting to say that stuff. I have got to go take a look at that, Angela, because I have not. I haven't looked at any videos at all today except for a couple of really short ones. And I almost did this one as short as a, well, I do declare thing and did a minute, but I'm not. I'm too over the top rant. So here I am drinking my delicious bubble water late at night, fixing to go to bed, fixing to have a shower. And I'm thinking about Nigerians. So I'm going to do regular Nigerian scam baiting. I have one on the hook that sent me a message the other day. And here's what you have to do to get these guys. Just put your email address, and I would suggest making a special baiter box, going along around and signing people's guest books using that email address that can be harvested, because they will harvest it and you will start getting all kinds of crazy come-ons. So the one I got yesterday that yeah, there is. Oh, you know where there's one, Bossy? I'm going to tell you. There's a Dollar Tree in Lanham, right after you get off 94.95. It's right there. And it's right there. The Dollar Tree and a bunch of other little stores. There's a Burger King and a McDonald's, and it's right there. It's right there. And it is comical, small town jewels. So these guys that I'm working now, I'm working the long con, which those to me are the most fun because they take the most creativeness. The one that sent me said that he had a Visa card for me for $10,000, the $10,000 limit, that he had to have my address and stuff. So you respond and you don't give them any real information because I said, what's your name? I put Satan's Mistress Suzanne. Address 1122 Penetration Avenue, Hell, Michigan. Because my husband had just been there and brought me this stupid bug. And sent him that. And so now he's back and he's not even suspicious at all. To me, that's one of the funniest things is that you can use so many just over the top insulting things and then never pick up on it. Like one time we were all in the scam baiter group I was in, we are asking everybody for proof of their candy bar. Yeah, they actually have two of them in Lanham. They had, well, one on the Lanham Severn Road, and one if you go on the Lanham Severn Road past where I'm talking about, and you hang a right on Carter Avenue. Carter Avenue dead ends into a Dollar Tree parking lot. So there are two Dollar Trees within about 5 minutes. And the Severn one is a little less nice than the other one, than the one right off Carter Avenue and 450. So, Bossy, you'll see them. You'll see them. They're just hidden in plain sight there at different places. So, the long bait is interesting because, like I said, you can say all kinds of crazy things to these guys, and you can tell their grasp of English is not super good. And it's amazing because some of them will say, "Oh, I am so and so." One of them tried to say was the head of the FBI, and another one was giving the correct name of the guy who was in charge of the World Monetary Fund and claiming those. So those are fun because you start just chatting with them. And $1.25 tree now, technically. Wow. I know it's $1.25 for everything now. Yeah, $1.25. It was everything. I'm sorry. Dollar Tree has gone up. Who knew? Inflation. So you lure these guys on and you say more and more ridiculous things. The goal is to tie them up, make them spend so much time chasing you for this money, because this guy's already asked for an earnest fee of $500. So my next move with him will be to say, I don't know how to get you that $500. I only have cash. So to tie him up and just pretend like I don't understand what he's talking about, that I have less understanding than him, that's always fun. If you can tell them you're like a nun in some place like Africa and tell them to chase you for the money, that you're going to give them the money in cash because you want to be able to bless the sisters of perpetual confusion, and tell them, hey, I'm going to be in Mombasa on this day. Meet me at the Hilton or whatever. And then run them around, make them chase you all over sub Africa. If you can get them to do a safari, that's really something fun. And always like, oh, you just missed me. You just missed me. This came up, that came up. I had to leave. So that's one of my favorite things to do. I quit doing it for a long, long time because my husband said no. But you know something? I'm here in Costa Rica. And even on the off chance somebody traced my IP address, which is impossible to do because I go through a VPN, even if they did, it resolves to someplace about 6 hours south of here. So I'm gunning for more checks because right now the only two checks I still have in my email box are two $8 million checks made out to Sir IP Freely. The head of the FBI was really acting undercover, huh? Unless they have Havana syndrome. Since he's been in the FBI, it's highly unlikely. Maybe CIA, I would believe him. Haha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's funny how many people actually fall for this nonsense. That's another reason why I do it. If I can tie them up running after me, then they're leaving real victims alone. That's one of the most horrible things about these guys is they do take a lot of money off people. So now they're using all these interesting ways to do it instead of the usual chain letter that says, "Oh, greetings, my dearest so and so. I'm dying of cancer, or I have been deposed out of this African nation, and I'm trying to get my 25 million out. Help me get my 25 million out, and I will give you half." Those are really the funniest of the baits, and they're my favorites when you can grab somebody like that and start saying, how do I send you money? Well, what do I need to do if I go to the Western Union office? I went to the Western Union office and they were trying to make me fill out a form, but I can't write. So you really have to string them along. Yeah, I did. Dollar Tree. Angela Barrett. I liked her. And I was kind of upset by that she had passed. I don't know why, but I've been thinking about this a lot. She's the only one of his wives that actually had legitimate accomplishments. I'm just going to say that. She actually had, been a champion skier, unlike the last two, who seemed to be the main thing they have is they marry him. You kind of luck out in who you marry or not luck out, the opposite. So it was kind of a sad day. And Jay used to work for the hotel. The TV show Catfish stayed there because it was a guy who lived 2 to 3 towns over. He was on crutches at that point. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I felt so bad for him when I saw that documentary, the Catfish documentary, because it was clear he had fallen hook, line, and sinker. And sometimes I'll watch the show on MTV when there's nothing else going on and I'm flipping channels and it pops up. And it's interesting how they are investigating these people. And it's one thing to be investigating people, but I like how kind and gentle they are in everything they do. Unlike certain people who were busy. They were busy last night doxing Molly Golightly. And I can't wait to see what Molly Golightly's retort is going to be, what her response, because we know that she doesn't give a you know what, and she's a wild woman. I have to respect that. Oh, yeah. That was pretty bad, the 10-year-old. And now they're politicizing the fact that that poor baby had to go have an abortion, instead of realizing that the procedure needs to stay because of circumstances like that. Even if you think it's wrong for everybody else, there are going to be some times where it actually is a good thing. And I think with 10-year-old R victims, it has to be a good thing. There are so many creepy, weird guys out there that are doing this crap that there has to be some option. While they were off doing the thing, I would go check on the producers to see if they needed any more drinks, food, etc. It was like 2 to 3 people and needed. Yeah, that's good, bossy. That you were on top of that like that. I've never had the opportunity to be around anything like that. Guess I blew my chance to be on the show that Molly Golightly was on. When I looked at the contract, I said, I'm not signing this. Meeting space big enough where I had inexpensive 100 people weddings. It had to be done, yes, because for a 10-year-old to carry a pregnancy to full term, there's so many problems with physiology and development at that point. Personally, I'm of the opinion, and this is going to sound rough, I'm of the opinion that guys that do that stuff to kids, they need to have their stuff chopped off. Castration, chemical castration and removal. They don't stop. Guys that do that stuff to kids, society's going to have to come up with a better way to handle these guys. Even guys like Josh Ducker, who are just participating in the child porn. Angela, she already has. She tried to dox her last night. She released all of Molly Golightly's arrest records and everything. But here's the thing. Molly had already done that herself. Everybody knew the information. It wasn't any big shock. We all kind of laughed over it when it came out again and said, again? Really? So we all know that Katie, that's her big go-to move is doxing. I know she's going to be kicking herself that I do not have a record that she can pull up. Oh, save for all those zillions of parking tickets I had in my small town. In my opinion, Josh Duggar should be fixed like the D-bag he is. Yep. Like I said, I am more in favor of those guys that are doing that stuff getting fixed. Get them, snip them. I know that sounds cruel, but make the punishment fit the crime at this point. Well, at least we know where he's at, and he's not getting any kind of conjugal visits whatsoever. They don't have conjugal visits in federal prison, and I'm happy about that. Anna will get a break from constant childbearing, and that can only be good for her health. Okay, you guys, I got some Nigerians to torture. I've got to go answer the guy who thought that 1122 Penetration Avenue in Hill, Michigan was a real place, and that Satan's Mistress Suzanne is a real name. She did move. I understand she possibly did move. They had this setup that was nuts. I would see what they were doing live, and they told me about the show setup, etc. They said they had to cancel a couple of shows. They'd already finished editing because I'd be curious about that, because a lot of these reality shows, I know there's episodes they can't show because various things happen. I was so messed up. Seeing people are following suit over it with other people's mental health. Yep. Angela, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. I would think she'll bring the children, but then I think about it, and she won't be able to bring the children to see him. I'm pretty sure they're not going to let. Well, I don't know, for visits, maybe. I don't know, but it's just a sick and twisted situation. I wish she was going to stay in Arkansas and just go visit him, but apparently not. She's got to be at her master's beck and call at all times. They were afraid of other people. Oh, yeah. I could see that, Bossy, because there's some scary folks out there. I'm not even going to lie to you. There are a couple of people that I've had in my lifetime that have been just frightening the hell out of me, that I completely stopped doing what I was doing and left communities because there were some crazy, crazy people. So I can hardly imagine, if you're filming a show with that much emotion, that there would be some crazy going on. At least I think. Okay, I'm really going to go this time. Love you guys. I'm going to go and try to go to bed, even though I'm laughing. Let her claim that she booted me. No, honey, I left because I had said what I had to say, and I left. I'll be curious to see the next time she goes live if I can get in there. But I can't.